Shot clock, looks up, drive, swing, hard. He connects! Huge three! He stepped up with confidence as Brunson double-teamed, looked to swing it, Maxey stunned, and able to line up, knock down a big time.
New York Knicks eliminates Philadelphia in an incredible Game 6 led by Jalen Brunson. And this battle was very, very good to watch. In the sum of the 6 games, the Knicks scored 650 points and Philadelphia scored 649 points. Yes, exactly what you heard, a 1-point difference. This duel was very divided and incredible to see. Only 1 point of difference in the overall sum, but 4-2 for Knicks. Joel Embiid is crucial for this Philadelphia team, which surely is not 100% besides the several injuries he has had in recent months. Recently, he even had facial paralysis on one side of his face and still dedicated himself as much as he could in the game, standing out in the series despite numerous injuries and a real limitation in his game. And Philadelphia fans, I can feel proud to have this superstar on their team giving his all, even while physically limited. But it's time for some changes for this team to perform better in the playoffs. Embiid needs help, as he alone is not enough. And if Philadelphia intends to succeed in the playoffs, this is the time for changes. He is already 30 years old. If Philadelphia wants to succeed in this Embiid generation, some things need to change. Embiid came to the games and did everything for Philadelphia to stay alive in the series, but his effort was not enough to take Philadelphia to Game 7. Embiid scored 39 points and grabbed 13 rebounds. Tyrese Maxey really woke up for the game in the last quarter, played well, but for a guy who came from 46 points in Game 5, we all expected more. Tobias Harris, a player who has been receiving criticism for a long time, and it's unbelievable the fact that Philadelphia preferred him over Jimmy Butler. Well, he probably played his last game for Philadelphia, and he showed how to end a cycle in the worst possible way. In an elimination game, playoff game, he simply scored 0 points.
Tobias Harris, 29 minutes, Ocho, 0 points. But that's disappointing. First of all, Tobias Harris, and people's like, and I remember I've been critical of him. Right. You know, as much as I was of Ben Simmons, I said, bruh, what is happening is because Tobias Harris plays with Joel Embiid, he played with Ben Simmons, he played with Joel Embiid, he played with James Harden. Right. He's escaped criticism. The guy's on a max contract.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if he's the third person. Yes.
He's a maxer?
He's on a max contract. I don't give a damn if he's the third best player. He's got to play up to that contract, and he never has.
And, well, probably Tobias will leave next season with his last terrible performance. For Philadelphia fans, there's a bitter taste. Even though they did not have a good regular season and reach the playoffs through the play-in, well, that does not matter. For the fan, it was possible and saw the Knicks silencing their stadium. And once again, this team with enormous potential falls short due to numerous injuries. In this Game 6, as in the others, it was very close and difficult. With some score changes, however, one player made the difference in the last quarter. The Knicks' star shone brighter. Jalen Brunson. He is not afraid. He is thirsty. His last 4 games in this series, 41 points, 40 points, 47 points, 39 points. My God, he took responsibility. Is showcasing his skill, agility, intelligence, and efficiency. The Dallas fans should not be happy with this. In the last quarter, he scored 14 points with 2 consecutive three-pointers, being the most important player of the last quarter of the game, silencing the arena at various moments and making the difference to ensure the victory for New York completely on fire. And that's exactly what the Knicks fan expects from him. Besides him, Josh Hart had an excellent game, killing the crucial three-pointer for the Knicks' victory, who will now face Indiana.
He stepped up with confidence as Brunson double-teamed, looked to swing it, Maxey stunned, and able to line up, knock down a big time.
For the Knicks fan, of course, this is a magical moment. They are 1 round away from playing a conference final, but there is no way to believe it will be easy against the Pacers. And let's talk a little about this series. Without Giannis, things become quite difficult for the Bucks, but every Bucks fan expected much more. Let's start by talking about the Bucks' weak participation in these playoffs. I believe luck was also lacking a bit. The player tries to stay healthy throughout the season, and A few games before the playoffs, Giannis gets injured and misses the most important moment of the season. I know Lillard came to be a protagonist alongside Giannis, but let's be honest, they don't have the ability that Giannis has to change a game. Of course, in Portland, Lillard has always had this characteristic, but now in Milwaukee, he hasn't reached his highest level yet. There's a video here on the channel where I talk about it exactly. Lillard's main moments were when Giannis wasn't on the court, but the two together still don't seem to understand each other. Of course, this could change in the future, but for now, this duo hasn't clicked yet. Besides this video, I have another one where I talk about whether Doc Rivers was the right choice for this Milwaukee team, so go check it out and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. In my opinion, the Bucks elimination was predictable. To be honest, with Lillard not being able to do much to help the team and seemingly a poorly coached team that seemed to lose heart after losing Game 2 at home.
Postseason success for the first time in 10 years as they are moving on to the semifinals. And now let's get you to Philadelphia, Game 6. Coming at the other side of the commercial, Ian, Grant, and Jared will have the call next.
On the other hand, Indiana, which has nothing to do with Milwaukee's problems, showed an excellent style of basketball, a team that is very well coached and where all the players get involved in the game. They don't rely on a superstar, even though Tyrese Halliburton has been playing very well in these playoffs. Indiana has been getting good results with its fast-paced style of play and quick counterattacks. It's a team with fast offensive transitions that catch the opposing defense off guard, in addition to having a very good defense. A truly balanced team with a strong defense, quick in switches with a great rotation that has good shooters. Besides Halliburton, this team also has Obi Toppin and Pascal Siakam, who in this series had 2 consecutive games with 36 points and 37 points in Game 1 and Game 2. Pascal Siakam has been having a great first round of playoffs. Things will get even more difficult for the Pacers, but I believe this team can still cause a lot of trouble in these playoffs, and of course, anything can happen in the playoffs.
Watching the gold out with, PG and those guys, so I'm excited to be a part of it. You know, I always watch those games, you want to be there and feel that, and now I get to do that myself, so I'm really excited about it, and I think, all the fans are as well, and, it's a great time to be a Pacers fan, great time to be an Indy sports fan, so it'll be
It becomes very difficult to overlook any team at this moment as the level is very high and everything is based on details, except for Minnesota, who swept Phoenix, and the OKC Thunder, who didn't give the Pelicans a chance. Denver eliminated the Lakers, and I apologize to Denver fans. But I'll say it, Denver is the defending champion, the team to beat. However, this series against the Lakers wasn't as easy as the numbers show. The Lakers fought hard in closely contested games, and while it wasn't enough to beat the defending champions, the Lakers did secure a victory in this series, unlike last season. We also witnessed 2 incredible game winners from Jamal Murray. If those game winners had gone in favor of the Lakers, what would have happened with this series? Have you ever thought about that? So don't come and tell me that it was super easy for Denver to eliminate the Lakers, because it wasn't.
How would you describe the fight of your team to advance the second round?
It was a tough game. They of course came here to get a win to extend the series. We wanted to close it out. It was an interesting game, tough game, and we won the game. That's the most important.
Well, let's get back to the main topic of the video. Sorry I got carried away. I really don't know what can happen in this series between the Knicks and the Pacers. Both teams have their stars who are on fire, very good offenses, and solid defenses. However, I believe the Knicks have a slight advantage due to their performance in the regular season and in this series against Philadelphia, showing a lot of maturity to eliminate Joel Embiid's team. On the other hand, the Pacers eliminated the Bucks team that wasn't doing very well, with numerous doubts, and many sports fans believing that this team wouldn't have enough strength for the playoffs. And well, you were right. We didn't have the super dunks and Giannis' strong game, much less the famous Dame time. But Indiana moved on to the next phase, underrated by most, but playoffs are tricky. Last season, Miami made it to the NBA Finals, so we can't doubt anyone. That's playoffs. Absolutely anything can happen. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel, be very welcome to the family, leave your like, and until next time.